Viki, what's wrong?
2 words. Clint Buchanan.
That's why I always say exes should be seen and not heard and sometimes not even seen.
Yeah, well, that's not an option when your ex is under house arrest and lives in your own house.
All right, well, you need to do 3 things. Sit, breathe, and tell me what Clint did this time.
Noelle, it's so bad.
How bad?
He kissed me.
Where's Viki? Nigel, I asked you a question.
Indeed you did. Would you mind repeating it?
What's going on with you?
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Like hell. Nigel, spill. Maybe I can help.
I'm afraid this is beyond even your capabilities. The situation is terminal.
Oh, please. Tell me that you're not sick.
Sick at heart, sir. And I'm not alone. Behold.
Nigel, don't believe everything you read.
With all due respect, this publication is an exceedingly reliable source of information.
There's no such thing in a business that feeds on rumors. Have you ever heard the phrase, no publicity is bad publicity? I'm telling you, in about a week, they'll be printing a retraction.
I would dearly hope so. But in all my years as a reader, Soap Opera Weekly has never gotten a story wrong.
Well, they've got to be wrong. Fraternity Row's in great shape. Viki and I were just watching it about an hour ago, and there were surprises and plot twists, and that show's rolling along like a freight train.
I take it you're referring to Brandon and Brianna and their possibly forbidden love?
Are they brother and sister or not? Is this a love that dare not speak its name? Nah. If that doesn't get people to tune in tomorrow, nothing will.
Oh, if only we could tune in ad infinitum. But I suppose all good things must come to an end.
Now stop it, Nigel. Now you're getting me worried. If that show really is canceled, Viki's going to be devastated.
As will I.
She's been watching since Megan was on.
How well I recall Miss Harrison's riveting portrayal of Roxanne and Ruby Bright. It won her the Daisy Award. Well, at least we'll have all those memories to keep us warm.
Yes, that we will.
I was wondering if you might want to host a party.
A party?
A special send-off to celebrate all the joy Fraternity Row has given us over the years.
That's a good idea. Viki would love that, but she wouldn't want me anywhere near it.
Why would you say that, sir?
Because things have changed between Viki and me.
Since when?
Since I kissed her.
Can you believe the nerve of that guy? Well, the colossal gall. I can't even throw him out. Because I foolishly promised in a court of law that I would be responsible for him. What the hell was I thinking?
Are you asking me?
And now I am committed to sharing a home with Clint Buchanan indefinitely. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We may be sharing a home. We are damn well not going to share anything else. I can promise you.
Whew, that must have been one pathetic kiss.
What? No. Kiss was perfectly good.
Well, except that you didn't want it. So.
No, I did at the time. And I enjoyed it at the time.
Okay, so then that was a bad thing because...
He didn't kiss me because he wanted me. He kissed me because he couldn't have the other ex-wife. He couldn't have Kim.
There's no...
Oh, that pie smells scrumptious.
It's a new recipe. And you are not getting a crumb until you give me all the details. I need to know exactly how Clint ended up kissing you in the first place.
Did you say that you kissed?
Viki. Yes, I kissed Viki. And don't look so damn happy about it.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play innocent with me. Nothing would please you more than to have Kimberly Andrews bumped off of my radar.
It's not my place to judge your liaison. My only wish is that you'll find real contentment. But if you will allow me some curiosity, how did this kiss come to be?
It all started when Viki and I sat down to watch Fraternity Row.
So, you and Clint are watching Fraternity Row, and...
Okay, and then we started talking about when we started watching Fraternity Row, which was years ago when my daughter Megan was on.
That girl was a spitfire, full of passion and very strong and loyal, so much like her mother. And that's exactly what I said to Viki.
High praise. She must have been flattered.
I meant it. And Viki knew that I meant it. So it was in that moment
Yes?
that something wonderful passed between us, something that both of us remembered from a long, long time ago. And then one thing led to another.
And then all of a sudden, it's like we weren't talking about Megan anymore or Fraternity Row.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I looked at Clint, and he had that look in his eyes. That's a look I haven't seen in a lot of years. Maybe I've just tried not to see it. I couldn't avoid it this time.
Why?
He wouldn't let me.
And that's when I kissed her.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I wasn't really surprised. I kissed him back, and oh, Noelle, I thought this is really what I think I've been wanting all along, you know. Then he started talking about us and our future together.
Your future together? Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I thought so too. Then he had to go and bring up Kim. Ow!
It just came out. I just mentioned the letter that Kimberly wrote saying she was through with me, and then Viki completely misunderstood.
Do you blame her?
But she couldn't have been more wrong. She said that I kissed her because I wasn't able to kiss somebody else, namely Kimberly, and it made Viki feel like some sort of consolation prize.
I see. Well, if you'll permit, is there any truth to that?
You should know better. I would never consider Viki anybody's consolation prize.
Nor would I.
But for her to say that I turned to her because I couldn't have Kimberly, that's just plain wrong. And I told her that, but she kept saying this, asking the same question over and over again. Would you have kissed me if you had never received that letter?
I assume you told her that, of course, you would have kissed her regardless. Didn't you?
I told her it wasn't a fair question because you can never know the answer. And Kimberly did write that letter.
Yeah.
But that letter has no bearing on my feelings for Viki. And damn it, Viki should know that.
So her tender heart would not be in any danger if she opened it to you?
Why would her heart be in danger?
Just if by chance you were harboring any lingering feelings for Miss Andrews?
Nigel, what are you accusing me of?
I've had the privilege of serving your family for many years, and during that time I've done my best to be supportive and to keep my opinions to myself.
And I've told you before, that's not necessary.
Well, be that as may, Victoria Lord is not Buchanan. She is a friend. And on her behalf, I want you to be rigorous. To ask and answer all the tough questions and do it with all the honesty you can muster.
So finally, I just flat out asked him, would you have kissed me if you had not received that letter from Kimberly?
And what was his answer?
Oh, he didn't have an answer. He said, can't we just go back to watching Fraternity Row like nothing ever happened? Do you believe that? Can't we just go back to watching Fraternity Row?
So, what did you do?
I left.
So, that's it? You and Clint are history?
Well, I am not going to play second fiddle to that what does he call her? Exotic dancer. Unless you have an option I haven't thought of yet.
Maybe this one. Give Clint a reason to make Kim the one who comes in second.
Emergency!
Roxanne, what is
Emergency!
Get some water.
No water! I need
What? A doctor? I'll get you a doctor.
No, I don't need a doctor. A hero. I need a hero. And you're it. Are you seriously suggesting that I fight for that man? No. I'm not going to be Miss First Runner-Up to her.
I am not suggesting that you are first runner-up to anyone. But the thing is, I don't think Clint was either.
Oh, no. He didn't have time to do that. He was much too busy telling his sob story about the Dear John letter he got from Kimberly.
What he was doing is what men have done since dinosaurs roamed the earth. He was sticking his big, fat, hairy foot in his mouth. But I don't think Clint meant it the way you took it.
You're wrong. He did. Of course he did. That man was a newspaper man for decades, and if anyone understands the power of a well-chosen word, it's Clint.
All right, then. So if you went home right now to find him down on one knee with a few well-chosen words of apology, what would you do then?
You know what? It's too late. I am not going to forget this. He only wanted me because he couldn't have the newer, younger model.
All right, honey. Have some pie. And think about this. If Clint is dumb enough to want some cheap new model when he could have a gorgeous classic, then I say good riddance.
You want me to save Fraternity Row?
It's a show on TV.
Mr. Buchanan knows what Fraternity Row is. He's a devoted fan.
You are? Well, of course you are. I mean, who wouldn't be a fan? All right, so you got to prove it. You got to show him who's boss.
Roxy, I'm sorry, but if you think I have the power to keep a show on the air...
Of course you got the power, because your papa used to own it.
Well, yeah, he did for a while, but he sold the rights years ago.
Well, then buy him back.
Nah, BE is not in the TV production business anymore.
Wait a minute. What does BE stand for?
Buchanan Enterprises.
Right. So Fraternity Row is an enterprise. So what's one more enterprise? You got room for another enterprise, right?
Roxy, I wish it were that simple.
Well, it is that simple. Either we keep on watching the show, or we're just going to be kissing it goodbye.
Oh, yeah, I would like to keep watching the show.
Well, then we got to stand up for it. All the fans have got to unite. I mean, we got to unite. We got to throw away our differences and just be there for each other. You know, like the way Lorraine and Flora, they united together to beat Butch.
Oh, that was a crackerjack story, wasn't it?
Oh, that was such a hell of a story, but there have been so many of them. I mean, it's been like 43 years.
43 years? It's been on that long?
Yeah, damn straight. I mean, Fraternity Row, it's been with us through thin and thinner. We gotta be there for him. So you with me?